Good morning, children. Today we'll start a new lesson, that is importance of workplace safety. Okay. So what is workplace safety and why do we need this? Workplace safety is a very important aspect in all types of industries. All the members of the staff should have a safe environment at the workplace. It is the moral responsibility of an organization to ensure the health and safety and wellness of all employees as well as employers. Okay, human loss is immeasurable and intolerable also. A loss or injury of an employee results in a major loss to their families. All the industries have safety risks. Therefore, the management of the industries should plan and implement safety measures to avoid and minimize injuries and damage to equipment and other useful resources. Safety measures improve the productivity and increase the trust level between the management and the employee. Okay, that means when an employee is going to work in any office or any plant or any industry, there must be the employer must take some safety measures because life is very important and human life, it is immeasurable and intolerable also, because human life is very important to their family and a loss of human life puts trouble with the family. Okay, whole family means sports comes under the trouble. So it's very important to take care of the employees in any organization. So what measures can be taken in the workplace? You will read about that. Okay, so let us come to first one is your fire safety. That is important and very dangerous also. So fire is a very serious hazard at a workplace. It can cause major financial losses to a business and also result in loss of human lives. Prevention is absolutely critical when dealing with fire safety, and there are many different tools that can be implemented to reduce the risk. We know that many news also, we have heard that some workplaces sometimes some hazards happen due to fire. Okay, so we should be very careful. In fire, human life, loss of human life also and property also. Okay, both the things happen which cannot be recovered again. So the following fire safety rules, if implemented correctly, can prevent and reduce fire hazards. Okay. So what are the points we should take care? Carry out of fire safety risk assessment. It includes fire prevention detection and warning and emergency escape and fire fighting. Okay. Keep the workplace clean. An untidy workplace results in clutter, which acts as a fuel to the fire to spread and also prevents access to existing emergency equipment like fire extinguisher and sprinkler systems. Okay, it should be clean. Otherwise, a untidy place, if something happens, so it works as a fuel. Okay, unnecessary things we should not keep. Also, smoking should not be allowed at the workplace. Okay, no employee or employer, anybody who are coming to the office, they should not smoke at the office premises. Okay, next is your maintain electrical safety. Sometimes we ignore it. Okay, faulty wiring and malfunctioning of electrical equipment can lead to voltage fluctuation of short circuit that can further be a reason or cause a fire at a workplace. Okay, that means if any switch is not working or any where we find sparkling is there, so we should rectify it immediately. We should not ignore these equipments. Okay, because it may lead to a serious hazard. Okay, short circuit like. Keep electrical control panels accessible. If there is an emergency, one should be able to quickly access the control panel to shut down the electrical supply of a particular machine. That means what you told as main switch. Okay, if it will off it, then electrical supply to the whole place will be stopped. So it should be in an accessible place, means that should not be placed at too high, not in a corner that anybody cannot go there, or any, it should not be inside any untidy place so that nobody can move there. So it should be in a accessible place, the main switch. Okay. Store chemicals safely. Most chemicals found at workplace are inflammable, so they should be kept carefully and away from fire, like oxygen cylinders in hospitals, or other petrols, diesels. These are should keep carefully. Sometimes laboratory, some acids, uh, that should be, means those types of things which are inflammable, they should be always kept carefully. Prevent ignition in explosive area. Workplaces containing high level of flammable liquid, vapor, or fine particles are highly respectable to ignition, like oxygen tanks stored in hospital or petrol tanks at petrol pumps. Okay. So sparking tools and ambition of static electricity should be avoided in such environments. Okay. Otherwise, it will lead to serious accidents. Conduct fire safety training and regular drills. Okay. All the uh, employees should know the fire safety rules, and there must be regular drills. If something will happen, how can you escape from there? How can you rescue yourself? That practice must be there, regular drills. It is one of the most important parts of fire safety training, is to know the exit procedure in the environment in event of fire. Means how to come out from that office. Where are the passages that which you can it can which can be used by that time to evacuate that place. Okay. Fit relevant equipments. Smoke alarms, sprinklers, and fire alarms should be installed and checked annually. Sometimes we will find some workplaces these equipments are not there. Okay. And if something will happen, then that time only we'll check. Then rules will come. But before it, we should be careful. All those instruments must be installed in any workplace. Okay. Mark the exits, means where which passages or paths you can follow for evacuation. Emergency exit diagrams should be posted, and emergency exits should be well lit with neon lights, so that if light will go on, if it is a dark, it will become dark. Neon lights will glow, that also you know. So it should be there so that people can follow that path and can uh, uh, rescue themselves. Access to important information. Employees should have the list of emergency contact numbers and basic information like floor plans and symbol of exit. All the employees must know it, the emergency contact number, so that if anything happen, they can contact to the government for their rescue, and they know the basic information, that about floor panels and symbol of exit. Okay. All the employee must be trained about it, and regular drills and practice must be there. This is all about fire. Okay. So what other things? Sometimes it happens, slips and falls. Okay, in offices or in workplaces. Slips happen where there is very less friction attraction between the footwear and the walking surface. Okay. So if it is marble and something, carpets must be there. Okay. Trips happen when a person's foot strikes with an object. Sometimes due to some obstacles we fall down. Okay. And it makes some accidents, fractures, like this. Okay. So following are some of the ways by which one can prevent slips, trips, and falls. What are they? Keep walking surface clean and free of clutter. Unobstructed path minimizes the risk for an employee to trip over an object, and it also reduces the chances of a spill that could lead to a slip. Okay. Means the floor should not be obstructed, it should not be so slippery. Okay. Lighting. By installing proper lighting, one can reduce the chances of people slipping or falling. Okay. Sometimes in staircase we fall down. So, and in offices or in somewhere workplaces will find staircase also carpets are there. Okay, so that it can which means nobody will sleep. Signage. Using clear and well placed signage can help call attention to potential problem areas. Okay, clean up spills immediately. When a spill occurs, warning signs should be placed around it and cleaned up as soon as possible. Okay. Manage cords, power outlets, the internet connection and phone jacks should be installed in easily accessible location so that cables do not interfere with walkways. Sometimes it happen if more cables will be there for connection, electrical connection or for internet connection. Sometimes our uh, put stuck between in the wires and we fall down. Okay, so it should be at a proper place, installed at proper place. Let us come to electrical safety. The major hazards associated with electricity are electric shock, fire, and air flash. Okay, humans can suffer severe injuries or fatalities due to it. Electrical danger, short circuit, you must have listened many times it happened. Okay, due to our negligence only. So, coming in contact with live wire that can cause shock and burns. Faulty fires. Fires or explosion where electricity might be the source of ignition. Okay. Uh, Due to negligence, if people will smoke at workplace, sometimes if will not keep the inflammable things carefully, so maybe that will cause fire and then short circuit can happen. Okay, and sometimes electrical faults are also responsible or it causes hazards. Okay, and electric safety programs should be established by all organizations and followed properly. Electrical installation should be done and maintained by a competent person and checked regularly. Extension cables, plugs, sockets, and other flexible leads and their connections that are particularly prone to damage should be visually checked, maintained, and where necessary, replaced before using any equipment. Okay. Extension cables, plugs, sockets, and other flexible leads and their connection that are particularly prone to damage should be visually checked. Okay, if it is damaged or not working, it should be checked, maintained, and wherever necessary, it should be replaced. Clear? Socket outlets should not be overloaded by the use of adapters. Okay, electrically powered equipment should be used. Fixed electrical equipment should have a clearly identified switch to cut off power in an emergency. You must have seen cut off power. You can on and off, means electrical supply will be on or off. Okay. A fuse protects the device from over current. It's designed to blow cut off the electricity when the current exceeds its rated capacity. What you tell fuse? Okay, that actually protect. If high, it will be then fuse will blow and but short circuit will not be there. That's why fuses are used. It is important to ensure that the correct fuse is used for all appliances. Correct cable or couplers should be used to join cables together. Tapped joints should not be allowed. Means only the naked wires we should not join. Okay. Employee working in areas where there are potential electrical hazards must be provided with appropriate, safe, and tested protective equipment. Okay. Insulated tools and handling equipment must be used by the employees working near exposed energized conductors or circuit parts. Okay. Safety signs, symbols, or accident prevention tags must be used wherever necessary. Electrical safety principles focus on protection of organizations, owners, employers, and employees both. The industries can work in a safer environment by understanding and following the electrical safety standards and regulations, establishing and following an electrical safety program for employees, identifying electrical hazards which can make accident. We should rectify it every time. Okay, we should check it every time using safe work procedures, tools and protective equipment, tools and equipment. Okay. So for today this much. We read about fire safety, electrical safety, about slips and trips. Okay, rest of the things will read in the next. I'll explain you. Hope all of you understand. You think all of you know it. Okay, but just to complete chapter is there, so I explain most of the things you know. Okay, since this chapter is a about information technology IT, but every skill you should know. Okay, so that's why we have started from a green skill, computer skill, communication skill, then now skill how to save ourselves in workplace. Okay, or how can you guide to save the employee in there, or to save themselves in workplace, or what are the measures can be taken by the employers to make their employees safe. Okay, so these are the points we have discussed. Rest of the things in the next video. Thank you all. Have a nice day.